Assalamu alaikum, respected brothers and sisters. I am here today to voice my support for the Palestinians and to stand up against unbelievable oppression. The same oppression that has torn families, displaced children, and killed innocents while the world watched silently for decades. It is our duty as Muslims and fellow human beings of this shared world to support those in need, those in distress, and those who don't have a voice of their own. Whether it be with your own voice, with your money, with your time, or with your presence. It brings me much gratitude to know that we come together to continue our annual protest against oppression. We're here to speak up, whether we're fasting in the scorching heat yelling "Free, free Palestine," or trying to keep ourselves and our families safe during a global pandemic. Oppression doesn't stop for these things, so neither will our protests against it. The Israeli government shamelessly continues to enforce severe and discriminatory restrictions on Palestinians' basic human rights. The Israeli government restricts the movement of people and goods into and out of the Gaza Strip. The Israeli government also aids with the transfer of Israeli citizens to settlements into the occupied West Bank, which is an illegal practice under international humanitarian law. Because Israel is maintaining the closure of Gaza, the nearly 2 million Palestinians living there have limited access to educational and economic opportunities, medical care, and clean water and electricity. It is estimated that 80% of Gaza's population depends on humanitarian aid. Our hearts and prayers are with the Palestinian people, and inshallah we will be able to spread the message and inform others about the Palestinian suffering and push for accurate media portrayal of this commonly misinterpreted story. For those who deny involvement because of political reasons, tell them this is a humanitarian issue. Americans need to know what their tax dollars are doing. The world needs to be educated about the true story of the Palestine-Israel conflict, the failed attempts at peace, the corrupt political bias of other countries, and the truth behind the suffering of so many innocent Palestinians who were uprooted from their homes and forced to either comply to an unjust regime or face death. The world needs to know the truth and lend their support. Someone might ask what a single person can do to help solve such a large-scale issue. There's a lot a person can do. We can educate ourselves on the matter. We can spread the word and create awareness by talking to our friends or coworkers, or by truthfully and respectfully posting online on social media platforms. We can donate to support protests or to contribute to humanitarian aid for Palestinians. We can encourage others to attend the Al-Quds protests with us. We can even volunteer to give speeches. We can volunteer to help organize or promote the protest, or to help during the protest itself. We can boycott organizations and companies that support Israel. And we need to remind ourselves to never be silenced in the face of oppression and injustice. We cannot stay silent on this matter. We never know how far even a small effort will go if we have the right intention by the grace of Allah. I pray that the people of Palestine soon find their long-lost peace and freedom, and that they rise from their oppressive state and live the fulfilling lives that many of us take for granted. Salawat.